Welcome to parameter and variables. So the parameter and variables can be defined with the dollar, double dollar. So this dollar is also this is used for the connection, source connection like that. So we will discuss here change data capture. So we will discuss these values. Means value will not change during the runtime. Variable means value may change during at the runtime. So we can define with the dollar and double dollar. A dollar is a session parameter, which is system defined variable belong to informatica. They include service variables, session variables, etc. For example, see dollar DB connection SRC, dollar PM SRC file dir. See this double dollar is for mapping parameters variables. Also for user defined workflow and workload variables. The double dollar variables belongs to user. They include mapping, maplet, workflow, and worklet variables. This double dollar. Parameter and variable types. We are having service variables. Define general properties for the integration service such as email addresses, log file counts, and a red threshold. $PM success email user. $PM session log count. $PM session error threshold are examples of service variables. Service process variables define the directories for integration service files for each integration service process. $PM root directory, $PM session log directory, and $PM bad file directory are examples of service process variables. Workflow variables. In a workflow, task name dot previous status is predefined workflow variable and double dollar variable name is user defined workflow variable. Workload variables means in a workload we are using single dollar task name dot previous task status is predefined workload variable and double dollar variable name is a user defined workload variable. Session parameters define values that can change from session to session, such as database connections or file names, $PM session log file, and $param name are user defined session parameters. Mapping parameters. So, define values that remain constant throughout a session, such as state sales tax rates, when declared in a mapping or maplet, double dollar parameter name is a user defined mapping parameter. Mapping variables define values that can change during a session. The integration service saves the value of mapping variable to repository at the end of each successful session run and uses that value the next time you run the session. When declared in mapping maplet, double dollar variable is a mapping variable. So we see in this CDC change data capture. We see this change data capture. Okay, here we see here we are importing the data from our Oracle source employee underscore CDC. So whenever we are getting the data from employee underscore CDC to the source qualifier, it will automatically generate native data types of Informatica. Now we do the change data capture in expression transformation. So we have to create a variable port $max created underscore date. So in that we are creating set max variable $max created date comma created timestamp. If we see the table of this created CDC, so in this we are having data is like that. So it is having today's date. I change this date to yesterday date. So if I executed once again, all created timestamp is having 26/11/2023. So these are the values we are having. So this is the load we are doing for the data of created timestamp for 26/11/2023. So this change data capture will store the data first for the first time. You store the highest time, means you are having highest date here 26/11/2023. It's stored in the persistent value. Where it is stored, we will see in the session level. Okay, we go for the mapping here and we will discuss here. So set max variable dollar max created underscore td date and create a stamp timestamp. This is variable parameter. So we are going to declare here in the mapping we go parameters and variables. In that parameters and variables, we have to go for the add a new variable to this table. So we created a with the name is dollar max underscore created underscore date, which is a type of variable type we are taking, which is a date. That's why we are taking date and time. The aggregation is max. Don't take anything. We leave it as a false and okay. Now we we have to uh, drag and drop all the fields into the target. Here we map each and individual fields into target table fields. If we go for the workflow, we have to create a workflow for this. WF underscore employees underscore CDC underscore, for the purpose of video we are doing a video. Okay. Now I am getting the session. The session name is M underscore employees underscore. I will save this. I save this first before getting here. We have to save the mapping, then only we see here. Okay. You will get here. We have to give the link to this and we map source qualifier to source and target employees to target. Okay. Apply. Okay. Now we see here view persistent value. So earlier we don't have any persistent value. So we have to get the data here with the our setmax variable port. We are getting only max created date, comma created stamp. So if any one is higher, that will be mapped to the our max created date. So which is a variable name. So we have declared this variable name in the mapping level at parameter and variables. Here max created date, variable date and time. Okay. So now we are don't have any persistent values here. Okay. I'm going to save this one. So mapping is done clearly or not, we see. So which is target. Okay, we don't give truncate target option. Okay. So here our target table is what? Here our target table is T underscore employees. First we truncate this target table T underscore employees. So we don't have any data in the target table. Now we go for start workflow. So which is succeeded. If you see here, the 107 records are transferred from source to target. If you see here in the session level, view persistent value. What is giving here? The max created date is 26/11/2023. If we see here in the database level, we are having the data is 26/11/2023. So if I changed this date to 27/11/2023, what will happen? Let's see. I did save, and again I am going to start task, start workflow. What will happen? Let's see here. Succeeded. Only one row is affected here. If we if you see here in the session level properties, view persistent value is 27/11/2023. If any data comes here after 27/11/2023 only, it will take to the target. After this date only, if suppose if you again run it, what will happen? Let's see. It will succeed, but it will not fetch any source rows to target rows. If you modify the data, look here, if you modify the data to, if suppose I am again modifying 27 to 26, what will happen? Let's see now. 26. So I am again going to run here, start workflow. It will run, but it will not fetch any data. Why? Because here our persistent value is how much? Our persistent value is 27. After the 27 date only, it will take into the target date. If you see here, if you see here, I am giving this as 28/11/2023. So if I executed this one, so one row is fetched here. So then go for the persistent value. So it takes 28/11/2023. So whatever the data we are fetching from source to target is after the date 28/11/2023 only, it will got fetched. This is about variables. Okay. Please, if you have any queries, please comment on this. Please subscribe and share. Thank you.